Hi folks, and welcome to this second video on Dash Robot. So before moving on, I'll give you a quick summary of what we did in the last video after we unboxed Dash. In the last video I did, we went to the App Store and we found two apps for Dash, Blockly and Wonder. So we tried out the Wonder app and we found that it was really easy to connect the robot to the app, to get an update and to use the app. Okay, so we'll switch Dash on. And
I'll tap the plus
tap
button.
that. Select a robot, Dash. Yay, I finished the update. So we tried out what were called challenges in the app, and the first one was Hello World, and you just had to join a few symbols together so that Dash went through this sequence. And then we went through the same process so that Dash went through the sequence called celebrations.
Nice animation.
And the final one was called Go Bot.
I think we need more space.
So after completing the 3 challenges, then you can get into free play where you can basically choose your own sounds and animations and put them into your own sequence. So overall, the Wonder app is very, very basic, and it's obviously for very young children. So today we're going to move on to the Blockly app, which is for coding in Blockly. And as you can see, I've got Dash in a bigger space today, so shouldn't run into the same problem as I did last time. So this is the Blockly app. Again, it was really easy to install and open. And again, it's really easy to connect to the Dash robot by just pressing the plus sign in the top right hand corner of the screen. So you're presented with puzzles, assignments and my projects, and we're going to open my projects. So next you tap on create new, and then you've got all of these projects that are already installed that you can open. So some of these are for the Dot robot and some of them are for using the Dot robot with the Dash robot. So as I've only got the Dash robot, I won't be looking at those. We've also got blank project if you want to write your own project, which obviously we will be doing later. So the first one says wake up Dot, but we haven't got Dot, so we're not going to do that one. The next one is called On Guard, and that one is for Dash. So you highlight it, you give it a name, and then you press create. And then it will save it under that name. I don't know how many programs you can save. I don't know if it's limitless or not. But that's something we'll just find out as we proceed. So I've already saved On Guard, so I'll click on it to open it. So we've got when start. So as soon as you press the play key in the bottom left hand corner, it will start running the program. And in this case, it is doing this sequence. It's making all the lights green, then red, turning 90 degrees, then the lights turn to green again, goes forward 50 centimetres, turns right, the lights go red again, then it does a sequence, dash confident. I suppose that's like a function. Then the lights go green, then it goes forward 50 centimetres, and so forth, until it finally finishes by going forward another 50 centimetres. So we'll switch our dash robot on. And we'll add our robot. Connected. So now we'll run the code. And that's the full program. One of the things I really like is that as it runs through the program, it highlights what part of the program is running. So now it's on turn right, or lights, turn right, dance. Forward. And forward 50. The next one is called Let's Do It. So again, Dash will start running the program when you touch the play symbol, and Dash will go through a sequence, but this time we've got it in a repeat forever loop. So the other program would only run once, and then you would have to press the play symbol again. But this will run continuously until you press the stop symbol. And this is the stop symbol. Once the code is running, you can just press stop and it stops the robot. So this time we start with a function, expression, let's do it. And then we've got some movement forward, backward, left and right. And then Dash will say ta-da, and then it'll go straight back and repeat. So we'll press play.
Let's do it. Ta-da! Let's do it. Ta-da!
And again, you have the line of code highlighted as it is run.
Ta-da!
Next, we're going to jump ahead to take your pick. So I've jumped ahead to this one because this is a lot more interesting, as it uses Dash's accelerometer and uses an if-else statement. So again, we start the program running on Dash by pressing the play button, and we've got a repeat forever loop, so it'll just carry on until you press the stop button. And we've got if Dash picked up, so if the accelerometer allows Dash to detect being picked up, Dash will say oh, and if Dash is on the ground and he's not being picked up, he will keep moving forward 50 centimetres and saying wee. So let's try running this. bit of an altercation with Mr. Spock there. So this time we'll try picking Dash up as we watch the programme running. So forward, say sweet, and then I'm picking him up, but he's still going forward 50 because he'd already started going forward 50 when I picked him up. So he's got to finish that first. So at this point, the wheels just kept spinning round and he never said we.
Yeah.
It just went on and on and on. And you said that's because he's up in the air. He can't detect.
He can't measure that he's gone forward 50 centimetres.
Right.
So there must be some sort of measurement device on Dash at the bottom that rotates when he's on the floor. That measures how far he's moved. Maybe it's on the caster.
So put him back down. I picked him up again. And still saying we. Ah, now he's realised that he's been picked up. Come back down. Picked him up. Put him down.
This is the caster, and this rubber wheel turns around, and I think this is probably some sort of rotary encoder, so that these are the driving wheels that move Dash forward or backwards or turn him round. So if he's going forwards, this wheel, this caster is going on the ground as well, and if there's a rotary encoder on it producing pulses, say, I don't know, for instance, 10 pulses every centimetre, it'll be able to measure his distance.
So how can you tell that from just turning the wheel?
Well, I can't, but what we could do is we could get that program running again and pick it up. So he can't measure that he's going forward, and then we could rotate the wheel. So when Dash is moving forward at this point here, if I pick him up off the ground and his little rotary encoder isn't going anymore, so his driving wheels will be going round and round and round, trying to drive him up to 50 centimetres, but the rotary encoder's not moving, so he should be stuck where his wheels are going round and round and round.
And he doesn't say we.
And he doesn't say we, yeah.
Move on to the next bit.
But if we then, that's right, he doesn't go around to the next bit. But if we move the rotary encoder with our finger, we should be able to get him to go on to the next bit. Ooh. So we could try that out.
Let's try it.
I'll move his caster now.
So you're moving his caster?
Yeah.
But it's not causing them to say we.
No.
Ah, so it doesn't work as you thought.
So, no, it doesn't work as I thought. So he must have some other mechanism of
detecting,
measuring how far he's moved forward.
Not to do with the caster.
I can't think what it is though.
Well, that was an interesting little experiment, but
so it leads us to think. Well, how does Dash measure how far he goes forward? Are there some rotary encoders on his driving wheels? But then, if that's the case, why does he continue to spin his wheels? Sometimes to move 50 centimetres when you're holding him up in the air.
It's a mystery.
No doubt we'll find out later on.
And the final programme we're going to look at is Dance with Dash. So this programme is a lot longer. They've got it split into 2 columns here. I don't know if column 2 will carry on from column 1, but this is an interesting one in that it's using Dash's microphone as an input. So again, you press the play button to start, and then you've got it looping 3 times, looking left and right, and then it stops and it says ta-da. And the next bit of the code is initiated by a clap. And when he hears a clap, he will repeat these movements 3 times. And then he finishes off by saying, "Wee." So we'll press play. He's running through the first block of code and he's finished. So now he needs to hear a clap to do the second block. So his microphone wasn't too sensitive there. I had to clap a few times. However, I did write my own little program that used his microphone, but this time it used voice to initiate a response from Dash, and it worked fine then. I made a short out of that and I'll just show you it now. Dash. Come here. Kissy kissy. Now, I must emphasise that Dash does not have voice recognition.
No, he doesn't.
That was made to sound a bit of fun.
Yeah.
Each time, the next bit of code was just being initiated by the sound of a voice.
Right. Can he distinguish between a clap and the sound of a voice, though?
Yes, he
Right.
can do that.
Okay.
But not between words.
Okay.
Obviously. It's not that sophisticated.
Uh-huh.
And in the next video, I'll show you how I put that bit of code together.
Okay.
So it was quite simple, really. Another thing we want to do in the next video is you're interested in how accurate
Yeah.
Dash is.
I mean, if you write a little program and ask Dash to go along the floor 78 centimetres and then measure it, is he accurate to the centimetre or more or less?
So we're going to get a ruler out next time, aren't we?
Yeah.
And measure it and see how accurate he is.
Because I'm curious what he uses to measure his distance.
And I'll also be looking at some other programs in the app that the app comes with that use the infrared on Dash.
Oh, right.
So that he can interact with objects.
Right, okay.
And also using the buttons on his head, because he's got 3 buttons. And you can assign like different bits of your code to each button.
It's a great toy, Dash, for learning a bit of Blockly, yeah.
Yes, I've been impressed with it. What I've been impressed with is how easy it is. So I think if you've got a kid and you want your kid to have its first encounter with sort of
programming a
some
toy.
kind of programming,
This would be a good
I think it's very
choice.
gentle.
Yeah. It's a robust and well-made toy as well, isn't it?
I like some of the animations as well.
Yeah, the whole thing's nicely put together.
They managed to give it a little bit of character.
They have indeed, yeah.
Oh, and also some of the things that I've looked at in some of the programs that it comes with actually get a bit complicated because you're making your own functions,
Right.
and also you're using variables as well.
Right.
So I think I'll actually learn something with this.
It's exciting stuff, isn't it? It's way better than some of the toys that came out this Christmas.
Well, yeah, I'm not sure how old this is. It's at least 8 years old. I would say this is much, much better than Pixel.
Oh, yes, absolutely.
From using it so far, I'd say it's much, much better.
Yeah, I'd agree with that.
So, folks, that about wraps it up for this video on programming Dash.
I love the way he's watching us when we talk.
I hope you'll join me in the third. He turns towards sound, doesn't he? When
does,
he's in
yeah.
his autonomous mode.
yeah.
When Paul's talking, he's looking at him, and then he keeps turning to me. It's ever so funny. He's done it again. So, folks, I hope you'll join us in our third video on Dash. He's just shook his eye there. Doesn't want people to join. Gets embarrassed in front of the camera. Thanks for watching as always, and hope to see you next time.